Cougars of Averett University. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise and honor America with the playing of our national anthem as recorded by the Averett Singers. Let's meet tonight's teams. First, the reserves for the visiting Spirits. Number 8, Danya Show. Number 12, Lakin Edwards. And now the starters for Salem. Number 3, Taylor Allen. Number 9, Brianna Moore. Number 10, Valera Rosa Lopez. Number 11, Nikita Sizemore. Number 14, Brooklyn Snow. Number 20, Brianna Cherry. And number 24, Macy Nelson. Head coach for the Spirits is Barry Reimer, he's assisted by Corin Scholes. And now let's meet the reserves for your Cougars. A freshman from Davidson, North Carolina, number 1, Rachel Renna Jessing. A sophomore from Charlton, North Carolina, number 7, Skylin Ostwald. A freshman from Roxborough, North Carolina, number 8, Kaylee Gentry. A junior from Collinsville, Virginia, number 9, Jessica Beatty. A sophomore from Danville, Virginia, number 11, Sarah Marlowe. A senior from Knightdale, North Carolina, number 13, Devin Lassiter. A senior from Danville, Virginia, number 14, Gray Cavazzoli. A sophomore from Statesville, North Carolina, number 16, Destiny McIntosh. A freshman from Danville, Virginia, number 19, Kinsley Stevens. A freshman from Jacksonville, North Carolina, number 20, Juliana Erickson. And a senior from Fremont, North Carolina, number 23, Zamaya Mangum. And now let's meet and greet the starters for your Averett University Cougars. A sophomore from Kingsburg, Tennessee, number 2, Mackenzie Compton. A junior from Fremont, North Carolina, number 3, Lauren Mottrin. A senior from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 6, Sarah Shropshire. A sophomore from Virginia Beach, Virginia, number 10, Erin Gray. A freshman from Monroe, North Carolina, number 12, Carly Deason. A junior from Cornelius, North Carolina, number 15, Morgan Barnes. And a sophomore from Monroe, North Carolina, number 22, Emma Nash. Cougars are coached by Danny Miller. He's assisted by Madison Dedez and Mackenzie Miller. Athletic trainer for the Cougars is Maria Ochoa.
Welcome live inside the Grant Center here on the Averett Sports Network. We've got your Cougars taking on the Spirits of Salem University. Salem College, excuse me. I'm Heath Behringer, joined by Chris Richmond. And Chris, the Spirits of Salem College are 0-11, 0-5 in USA South play, so they're looking for their first win. The Cougars coming in 13-5, 5-3 in the USA South. A big win over NC Wesleyan, a big win in which it was Danny Miller's 650th career win here for the Cougars.
That's a lot of wins.
So obviously Averett looking to keep things rolling.
But, you know, if you're Salem College coming into this game, you know, being 0-11, you're coming with that you have nothing to lose mentality, you know. Coming into a game versus a strong team like Averett University, you know, you're gonna try to put out your best game, and you're gonna try to get you one, especially versus an opponent like that. So I expect a good match here tonight.
The Spirits will start with the serve. Averett women's soccer team just fell in overtime to Southern Virginia, 2-1. We're underway here in the Grant Center. Emma Nash with a first swing, and she's going to be in the net. So the Spirits strike first. Brianna Moore, a freshman, back to serve for Salem. Decent and Gray, little miscommunication, but out to Montran from Compton. Gray has to dig up the swing from Snow, and Snow's going to get a kill. So the Spirits up early. That one sails out of bounds. The Cougars are on the board. Chris, that 650 win, it came in a tri-match at Meredith, which is pivotal. This USA South right now, I mean, the volleyball standings are just, it's up for grabs. I mean, Peace only has one loss, so does SVU. That came to Averett in a 4-setter here, and then Averett went to William Peace and lost to Meredith, and Peace beat them. So those are, obviously in the East Division, those 4 schools right there are, who you expect to have good seasons and take it away. But it is a jumble right now.
Yes, crazy to see how many strong teams are in the East Division now. You're used to the kind of the powerhouses of the division, looking at Averett University and William Peace. But now you throw in SVU into the mix, who has a very strong team as well, as we've seen from their past matches so far in conference. So it is definitely a jungle, as you described it so far in the East Division.
Now it's sailed out of bounds from Brooklyn Snow.
But also makes for a lot of good volleyball. So.
Right. Yeah, this USA South Conference matchups, they have been a dandy to watch, especially here in the Grant Center and on the road. The Cougars have been up and down so far. Like I said, 5-3 in USA South. Another loss, they fell to Pfeiffer here on Senior Day a few weeks back. That one blocked by Nash and Mangum. Just a tip, and that's a kill. Valerie Rosa Lopez gets a kill and extends the Spirits' lead to 3. Gray on the serve receive. Compton out to Mangum, and Mangum can't get it over the net.
So with the help of a couple of Averett miscues, the Spirits are able to jump out to a quick 6-2 lead right here. And, coming in as a team that is 0-11, that's going to build a lot of confidence coming in, being the underdog coming into a match and then jumping out to an early lead. And it could be something very important for Spirits coming down later in the match.
And Nash booms that one down. That'll send Aaron Gray, the sophomore libero, back to serve. That one right back to him on the serve receive. Gray's going to set Shropshire outside. Nice swing, but dug up by Allen. Snow that was, excuse me. Compton out to Mangum. Down. Cougars get the point. Really just wanting to see this Cougar offense getting a rhythm, getting a groove, and once they do that, normally it's smooth sailing.
And like you mentioned, kind of getting in a groove, I think that's kind of one thing that, Coach Danny Miller is kind of frustrated about because he knows the team he has. But, you see them play a couple conference games, and they're coming out to a slow start or not even really picking up where they should be in game. So, that's definitely a frustration that's coming with the Averett University team right now, but definitely a strong team coming into conference, especially in that win over SVU a couple weeks ago.
Barnes just tips it from the middle. Lopez sends one over and finds the hardwood. Couple of subs coming on for the Spirits. Not very deep. Just a 9-person roster. As Compton sets up Mangum on the outside, dug up by Snow. And that's a kill from Lopez. That will send back Danya Schoaf, excuse me. Grazed there. Compton to Shropshire. Hand on by the front line of Salem, but down on their side, Shropshire gets the kill.
And if you don't already know, that is somebody you definitely want to keep your eye on for this Averett University team, especially if the ball's set in the air. Leading the team with 212 kills so far this season. So she's definitely one of the players you want to watch, especially if the ball's up in the air.
My goodness, what a block from Barnes and Mangum right back at Salem. Kinsley Stevens, a freshman setter, checked in. As well as Jessica Beam. And she'll get set from Stevens. A one-handed diving effort from Nelson, the libero for Salem. Barnes in the middle, blocked but down. And quickly a tie ball game. Beam sells that one out of bounds. That'll send back Valerie Rosa Lopez. Barnes on the serve receive, but puts it right in the net. And after tying it up, the Cougars go down 2. In the net, Lopez sends that one. That is one thing, back to that SVU matchup. Obviously, those are the 1 and 2 preseason teams in the East in the preseason poll. Southern Virginia had 48 total errors, serving and hitting errors in that game. So that next matchup, when the Cougars battle the Knights, that is something that I would obviously keep my eye on. I think if if that's not the case, it might go 5. But that next matchup will be a fun one.
And like you just mentioned, that game still went to 5 sets. Even speaking on the errors, most of them being service errors, like you mentioned. So the fact that game still went to 5 and they had that many errors is something kind of something you want to keep your eye out, like you said. So definitely a good matchup, I believe, if the errors wasn't there. But you're talking about a completely different SVU team if the errors weren't there.
Right. Nice rally going here, but as soon as I say that, Montran couldn't get it to Stevens. And decent will check in for Mangum. And the Spirits have a 2-point lead here in set number 1. Gray on the serve receive. Barnes in the middle. Down. And off the ricochet from Mora, hits Lopez. A little shaken up. Think she's going to be okay. Barnes put that one down pretty good.
Glad to see her smiling and fine. If you're the Spirits, that's definitely not who you want to see go down, as she's leading the team right now in kills. So definitely not who you want to see go down, and also lead the team in digs as well. So glad to I know if you're a Spirits fan, you're glad to see her up and smiling back on the court.
That's right. Barnes may have been going out, but kept it alive. Beam sends the ball over. And that kill in the middle from Taylor Allen. Brianna Moore checks back in for the Spirit. She'll go back to serve. Stevens out to Montran, just tips it. and pancaked up by the Spirits. Beam with a swing, and she'll get a kill. Still a nice play there.
Very well played right there. From this angle, it almost looked like it hit the floor, but she was able to turn and get that kind of weird angle on that pancake to keep it up, but unfortunately they couldn't compromise off of it.
That will send Mackenzie Compton back to serve. A big swing from the middle. Taylor Allen puts it down right through the block of Emma Nash. Brooklyn Snow, the junior, back to serve. National serve receive. Compton has to make her way over to it. Shropshire just puts a swing on it. Stays in bounds. Lopez, Deason. Shropshire with a kill. Back and forth action here, Chris. Something maybe some people didn't expect.
Mm-hmm. But, like I mentioned before, based off some of the performances so far this year by the Averett Cougars, they proved that, that they're not unbeatable. And if you're Salem College coming into this one, you haven't got a win yet. You have nothing to lose. So kind of that underdog mentality coming into this one.
Compton sets Nash in the middle. Beautiful set. Nice job by Salem to keep it alive. Compton right back to Shropshire. Down. Compton getting the start tonight. It's been her and the freshman Stevens. Compton just a sophomore from Kingsport, Tennessee, but they've been back and forth. And Compton looking well so far tonight. Aaron Gray sends it over. Lopez on the serve receive. Right back to her. Sells it out of bounds. Lopez with a tip. Diving is Compton, and nobody can get to it.
Almost looked like a miscommunication right there as Amaya Mangum and Mackenzie Compton both went for that one.
Now send back the sophomore, Danya Schoaf. Gray on the serve receive, right to Compton. Barnes in the middle, down, just off the net. And maybe caught that back line of the Spirits off guard a little bit. Stevens will check back in, so will Beam. Back set to Lopez. Stevens out to Mangum. Down. That was funky right off the net, I think. Mm-hmm. Freshman Stevens sends it over. Free ball coming for the Cougars. Stevens to Barnes in the middle. Dug up by Snow. And in the net, I believe, are the Spirits. Averett with their largest lead so far, just 2 points, something you might not expect. Mm-hmm. A nice tip. My goodness, what a play from Mangum to adjust in the air.
And going back, I know we keep bringing up the Averett and SVU game, but even going back to that game being the 1-2 game, we was mentioning all night how that game was crazy in the sense of how that was going, just the margin of leads per set and the fact that it went back and forth.
But never really as close as we thought it might be.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like opposite what you expect tonight. You expect a larger margin maybe tonight, but this is kind of the tight game that you expected from the SVU game. So
yeah, and there it is. The Spirits will take their first time out of the ball game. Cougars lead 19-15 here in set number 1. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network.
I think Averett's a special place because of the camaraderie amongst everybody. I feel like it's a lot of friendships that won't be broken throughout my life, and it gave me a chance to show my abilities in wrestling and in the classroom.
Welcome back on the Averett Sports Network after that timeout from the Salem College Spirits. Down 4 now. The largest lead of the set for the Cougars, and the freshman setter, Kinsley Stevens, is back to serve. Lopez on the serve receive, and she'll tip it over. Stevens is there. Gray's going to set Mangum. And quick hands. Nice job of the back row. Brooklyn Snow. This is Barnes now. Snow can't get to that one. Tough to take 2 heaters in a row and be ready for them.
That first one's very impressive, how quick she was able to get her hands and actually play that ball. I know if I was down there, I would definitely not want to be on the other side of a kill from Zamaya Mangum. So.
Stevens back to serve. Just a roll from the Spirits. Now beam down. Straight down that right side. Touchdown lead for the Cougars now. The Spirits can't get that one back over, and this is somewhat of the score we expected. Another timeout for the Spirits. 23-15, Cougars lead. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student. And I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
Little pump-up jam from Drew Wilson coming out of that timeout. Welcome back on the Averett Sports Network here in the Grand Center. I'm Heath Barringer, joined by Chris Richmond. Cougars up 23-15 here in the first set. Freshman setter Kinsley Stevens back ready to get us underway again. That one right at the net, and Gray, it may have been going out of bounds. She kept it alive, and Mangum couldn't get to the ball because she didn't want to run over her teammate Aaron Gray.
I got a little scared right there. Well, I thought Aaron Gray was going to catch some friendly fire from Zamaya right there, but no harm, no foul.
Nope. Mangum will take it out on that ball right there, and she'll get a kill.
The Cougars right now on a 7-0 run since that first timeout.
Mangum with a dart and an ace. That's the ball game. Averett takes set number 1, 25-16. We'll be right back for set number 2 here on the Averett Sports Network. Well, set number 1 down here in the Grant Center. Thank you for joining us on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Heath Beringer, joined by Chris Richmond and the Kingsport, Tennessee native, Mackenzie Compton, is set to get us underway here in set number 2. Averett this year, already 9 victories, 9 wins, coming in 3 sets, and took set number 1 against a winless Salem College team. They're 0-11, 0-5 in USA South. So Averett looking to make that number 10 win on the year in 3 sets tonight. Compton, the lefty, has us underway. Nelson on the serve receive. Big swing from Allen. And Nash down in the middle.
Averett picking up right where they left off in the first set. Kind of slow start to start off the first set for them, but they were on fire towards the end, and they're starting so far in this one just as heated up.
That was nice hands by Lopez just to keep that ball alive. Went back over the Cougars, went back and forth, and fell on Averett's side, but nice job by Lopez to keep that play alive.
This is the second volleyball game in a row where commentators' curse has got me.
That's how it works. Free ball from Nelson, and Deason's there. Compton to Nash in the middle, and kill. Lauren Montran, the junior, sends it over. Rookie of the year, her freshman year in the USA South. That one blocked by Nash and Mangum. Nice job by Shropshire to get there and keep it alive. Mangum down the line but out. Like the idea though, Chris.
Did like the idea. Looked good off the initial swing, how hard it came off and the angle it was at, but just too far left on that one.
Shropshire with a kill. That one went down with some authority. Send back to sophomore libero Aaron Gray. Out to Lopez and blocked, but kept alive by her and put right back down for a kill. Sizemore.
Fantastic effort right there by Lopez. Even though the kill attempt was blocked, was able to get down and get it back up for her teammate, able to finish it.
Right. Montran with a diving effort from the serve and then gets right back up and sends a free ball over to the Spirits. Outside to Lopez. Gray's there. Back set to Shropshire. Fantastic dig from Moore. Compton to Barnes in the middle, and Barnes sells that out of bounds. Back set to Shropshire and down, but fantastic dig, but nobody there to keep it alive for Salem. Sarah Shropshire right down the line. Shropshire has been named USA South Player of the Week twice already this year. Actually, back-to-back weeks. This is Kinsley Stevens serving. Sailed out of bounds.
And Kinsley Stevens also somebody who's been named Rookie of the Week as well, so.
A lot of the week accolades for the Cougars so far this year. Tip in the middle, Beams there. Now Barnes punches it. And Nelson there to keep it alive. Lopez hits the line, gets the kill.
So the beginning of set 2 kind of having a similar start to set 1, kind of back and forth action. If you're Salem right here, you want to kind of keep that at least back and forth action and not let it get out of hand like it did in the first set.
Right. And a dump, but Mangum's there, and Barnes in the middle. Up by Lopez, but down by Beam.
Salem so far kind of getting unlucky, getting their hands down and getting a lot of good digs, but it seems that nobody's there to kind of play it right after it. So Cougars able to catch them out of position a lot of the times.
Little wet spot on the floor. Corey Baldwin having to come do some work real quick.
Everybody cheering him off as he runs off the court. Kind of tapping into that Averett, one team kind of deal.
Mangum with a floater and an ace. Right back to the job goes Corey Baldwin. It's a okay by the referee. Mangum's going to get us going again. And another ace from Zamai Mangum.
And that goes into something that you mentioned last time we were on the broadcast together. The new court, hadn't had a lot of difficulties this year with having wet spots so far. So kind of coming into play with the court not being fully broke in yet.
That one blocked by the Cougars. Lopez on the serve receive. Mangum got a hand on that. Gray had a scramble. This is Beam down. And Cougars are clicking.
Number 9, Beam, has a pair of almost identical kills over there on that right side, able to get up with that large frame and get over the ball and get a good spike on it.
Mangum with the dig. Stevens out to Montran. Montran full swing. Dug up by Nelson. And free ball coming for the Cougars. Barnes in the middle. Dug up.
Fantastic effort so far by the Spirits.
Montran again, but dug up again and not be able to keep alive this time.
Building up a nice little rally right there with a bunch of good digs.
And Salem will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network.
Being a student athlete impacts my overall experience a lot, just gaining a brotherhood with my teammates, and then with all the other teams, a big connection throughout all of athletics, and makes it fun to walk around campus and see everyone you know, and everyone comes out and encourages you at games, so it makes it a really fun environment.
Welcome live back in the Grant Center. I'm Heath Beringer, joined by Chris Richmond here on the Averett Sports Network. Mangum out of the timeout, sells that one out of bounds. So first-year head coach Barry Reimer for the Spirits gets what he wants out of the timeout. Now Macy Nelson, the freshman libero, serves it over. Montran's there, and Gray just has to come up and send a free ball over. That one blocked. and can't be kept alive.
Heads up play right there by Lopez, knowing that all the Averett defense was moved up towards the net, was able to get a quick little poke to the back side of the court.
Montran on the outside, full approach, dug up by Nelson. Schoaf out to Snow, and that one's blocked, and the Spirits just have to keep it over. Gray out to Beam now. Beam with another kill. The sophomore emerging onto the scene this year for the Cougars. Barnes tries to float that one over and goes right into the net. I'll send back the freshman, Brianna Moore, for the Spirits. Deason's there. Nash in the middle. Right down, right through the block of Allen and Snow.
I don't know about anybody else, but I kind of caught that in slow motion as she came up in the air and pulled that arm back.
She did do a nice job of kind of adjusting midair, waiting on that ball, maybe a set a little too higher than she may have wanted, but Nash just waiting on it and putting a good swing on it. Big swing in the middle, blocked. Now play the net, down by Montran. Deason's there on the roll from the Spirits. Back set to Shropshire. Shropshire does a nice job adjusting, but blocked. And Nash with a kill.
Emma Nash so far looking very good for the Cougars, finishing in the middle right now. And, you know, that's something that the Cougars like to see, especially after her freshman campaign last year, is her coming in able to hold down the middle and get some good spikes and kills in there, and blocks on the defensive side as well.
The lefty Compton sends it over. Big swing and a kill from Brooklyn Snow. A fantastic back set from the setter, Danya Schoaf. 16-9 now. And Snow will go back to serve. Compton to Nash in the middle. Nash with another kill. Mangum checking back in for Deason. And Lauren Montran goes back to serve. That's set right at the net. Nice job by the Spirits just to get it over. Mangum on the outside, and Mangum with a kill.
I think that kill was coming so fast. I think she was almost pulling away from that ball and still caught her. How fast that came off the hand of Zamaya Mangum right there.
I'm with you. I think that may have been on the edge or verge of maybe going out, and I think she might have thought the same thing, Brianna Moore, and it just couldn't get her hands out of the way fast enough. Mangum back down with another kill. Well, that one sailed out of bounds. Brandon Bakes, assistant men's basketball coach, said it was in. I thought it may have caught line too, but up ref says no, no, no. Spirits get the point.
I agree too. I believe it was close. The ball had a lot of top spin on it as well and able to come down. And I thought it caught the backside of the line, but like you said, the refs thought different. So
Taylor Allen with an ace there.
Can't argue with the men in blue.
Compton, the bump set out to Mangum. Mangum sells that one out of bounds. It's a 6-point ball game, Chris. serve receive. Nash bounced off her back twice, but again, like you spotted out early, a little slow motion. She had to wait on that one in the air again. Not sure if it's a timing thing with her jumping too early or the set being maybe a 3 and not a 2 ball, but couldn't time her jump right on that one. Back set to Shropshire. That one blocked, but Montran's there. And Compton just tries to get it up in the air. Nash sends a free ball over. Mangum with a nice diving effort from Lopez's swing. This is Shropshire now. Kept alive by Allen. Lopez rolls it over. And Gray up to keep it alive. Shropshire does a nice job to keep it in play. Lopez swinging again. Now Nash in the middle. Kill.
Able to finish that one.
Yeah, that was a heck of a rally right there. One of those momentum rallies. Cougars back up by 6, and Aaron Gray back to serve. Lopez on the serve receive. Lopez on the swing. Mangum with a nice smooth swing. That one right into the net from Sizemore. Touchdown lead now for the Cougars in set number 2. Lopez in the net. Got caught up on Shropshire maybe there. And I've always been intrigued by that, Chris. Actually, you know, there's a line there, and then you get called for being in the net. But if you stay out of the net and your foot goes under and it goes over, you know, all you need for the full foot to go over is your heel, you're still fine. Your whole foot has to go over that line for it to be a violation. Or you have to make contact like right there with Shropshire. I never knew that. I was watching the game one time with my sister in the NCAA tournament, and, you know, I said, well, her foot is over the line. And she was like, well, it's not, you know, fully over the line, and it doesn't involve the play or, you know, disrupt the play or anything. And I was like, huh, intriguing.
Yeah, it's kind of those rules that, like, you don't really fully understand. You think you have a grasp on it, and something that comes up on you. Kind of like in wrestling with the, you know, 2 points of contact in bounds kind of rule as well.
Right. Shropshire got a block on that one. Kinsley Stevens and Beam check back in. Stevens will go back to serve. Back set to Lopez. Barnes in the middle. Down but dug up from Snow. Free ball over for the Cougars now. Stevens, Beam on the outside, blocked, rolled on the net. Barnes keeps it alive. Montran out to Mangum, who just tips it. Lopez sends it deep. Smart play, but Montran's there. Now Beam. Dug up by Nelson. Now Lopez. That one got a tip on it. And the net is going to be Valerie Rosa Lopez.
So far tonight, every time I kind of sit back and like, oh, wow, talking about a monster hit from the Cougars, it instantly stops by the effort and the digs by Salem so far. I think they're doing a very excellent job so far, getting their hands on the ball and try to get the ball up in the air to make a second chance play to get the ball back over the net. And
that one didn't get over the net from Lopez. She thought otherwise. I thought it was blocked by Mangum as well, but Averett a point away from taking set number 2. Stevens sends it over. Tip in the middle and out of bounds. Cougars lead 2-0. Looking for one more set win to take this USA South matchup. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network for set number 3.
Being a student athlete at Averett and being an RA, it is very time consuming, but it has gotten me, I'm much more involved than I was last year. I have really good relationships with all my residents that I didn't have before, and the student athlete, it's nice to be able to relate with my teammates and other student athletes. I'm kind of in the middle ground, so I get both sides, make those connections with both groups.
Welcome back live inside the Grand Center. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, right, Chris?
I do believe it is Tuesday.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm Heath Barringer, joined by Chris Richmond here on the Averett Sports Network. The Cougars looking to get win number 10 on the year in 3 sets. They're 13-5 overall, 5-3 in USA South play, but 9 wins on the year already. And straight sets, looking to continue that tonight. New faces on the floor. Destiny McIntosh along with Devin and Lassiter for the Cougars. I'm joined by Jessica Beam, Aaron Gray, Lauren Montran, and Mackenzie Compton. Same faces for the Spirits.
If you're coming in late to this one, you know, the first 2 sets has been kind of back and forth at the beginning, and, you know, towards the middle, it started to get a little bit out of hand.
Compton, nice job to keep that on their side of the net. And McIntosh had to make a play. Out to Montran. And 2 hands is going to be the call on Danya Schoaf, and the Cougars strike first here in the 3rd set. Beam will check in. Excuse me, that was Sarah Beth Marlowe that started. And now Jessica Beam checks in. Montran serves. Back set from Schoaf. That one blocked. Oh, not blocked. Didn't get over the net. No touch. And Snow put that one in the net. Dug up by Nelson. And kill. Taylor Allen in the middle, off the ricochet from the block and down. Brooklyn Snow sends it over now. Compton sets McIntosh with a nice swing right into the game. Destiny McIntosh with a kill.
Nice swing on that. And I know if you're more for the Spirits, you know, you're kind of second guessing yourself right there. Kind of a shot that looked like it possibly could have went out, but so far tonight it looks like they don't have much time to decide with, with the speed coming off these kills by the Cougars tonight.
Right. It's a game plan that's got to be executed. There's 2 hands called on the Spirits there, but when you coming in and you're playing the Cougars, you've got to have a game plan. It's got to be executed, and you have got to be sharp. You got to be sharp. Can't shoot yourself in the foot, and you've got to make plays. Gray sends it over. Lopez is there. She'll get set. Hands on it by Barnes. And now just sent over by Marlowe. Lopez with a roll. Montran's there. Compton back to Marlowe. What a job by Marlowe to just keep that inside the pin and get the kill.
Looked like she was kind of on the run there, too. Didn't even get a good jump. Was just able to get her arm up there.
That was almost like a fadeaway, Chris.
Oh, that's what it looked like. She was fading on that right corner. Kind of had a little Kobe-esque kind of look to it.
And an ace by Aaron Gray. A sophomore libero doing that East Division Tournament Championship. Ace the Cougars to a victory. Lopez on the serve receive. Rolled over from Allen. Marlowe and down.
And you know, the start of this 3rd set is completely different from the 2nd set. The 3rd set, which is kind of getting out of hand quick in this one. The first 2 sets, it was very back and forth, so You kind of think about maybe is it depth issues, not having a deep team, some of the things that come into play here late in the game.
Yeah, and early timeout. This is the earliest timeouts we have seen from Salem in the first 2 sets. We saw timeouts, but like you said, they were back and forth matchups. I mean, the Spirits had the lead in set number 1 early. A 3-4 point lead, and then erupted the Cougars, and there was a timeout late, obviously. In the second match, kind of the same thing, or second set. But yeah, you said it here in the third set, 7-1, and an early timeout from head coach Barry Reimer. Reimer in his first season with the Spirits, still looking for that first win. And he trails 7-1 in the third set, down 2-0 to the Cougars. Aaron Gray back to get us underway. Lopez on the serve receive. She'll get set. Tip. And Barnes keeps it alive off the net. And that one is blocked and falls on the Cougars' side. Miscommunication on who was going to get that ball there.
Kind of had a bunch of heads kind of looking for that one. Like, are you going to hit it? Are you going to hit it right there? So.
Nice. Well, a nice dig by Brooklyn Snow, but nobody home to go corral it.
New face coming in. That's going to be senior Gray Capizzoli coming in here for the Cougars.
Lopez. Stevens back set to Gray. Snow's there. Nelson sets Lopez, and Lopez gets the kill off the hands of Morgan Barnes. Couple of subs coming on for the Spirits. Back to serve, Danya Schoaf. Dug up by Gray. Barnes in the middle. Off the top of the net. About the third time that's happened from Barnes. This is Lopez. Montran's there. Now out to Beam. And a kill. Blocked, but not in bounds.
Looking in between sets from that second and third one, looking down at Coach Reimer, it looked like that was one of the things he was talking about, was getting their hands up on blocks, keeping the ball in front instead of letting the ball come off the side of their arms.
Right.
So obviously he's seen it as to be a problem in the first and second sets, and it's kind of coming out here in the third set as well.
That one blocked straight down by the Cougars.
But like we also mentioned before, the power coming off of these kills tonight by the Cougars is very hard to get a block anyway.
Lassiter on the dig. Now Barnes in the middle. And down again. 11-3 now, Averett.
Barnes having a very strong night so far there for the Cougars in the middle.
Yeah, this is an offensive attack that really, they can hit you from anywhere. Nash and Barnes in the middle. Mantra Mangum on the outside. Now Beam, who is really emerging into a nice player for the Cougars. This is Capizzoli, the senior. Push right back over. Stevens gets it to Gray, who gets it to Mantra. And a diving effort from Nelson. Gray with the dig. Montran with a tip. Lopez is there. Now back set and tip. Barnes keeps it alive. Now Gray out to Montran. Gray will get the assist as Lauren Montran gets the kill.
And, going back talking about the attack for the Cougars, that's another piece right there. Lauren Montran, who came in along with Morgan Barnes. They're both juniors, and they played significant amount of minutes for the Cougars their freshman season. Lauren being the reigning rookie of the year that season, and Morgan Barnes, who could have competed just as well for that title in the same season.
Right.
That's a pair of two that you don't really get in the same year very too often.
No, you don't. That is a top-notch recruiting class for sure. That one sailed out of bounds, and Valerie Rosa Lopez will send it over the sophomore. Stevens to Barnes the Mill, just has to tip it.
And then I say that, and I look over at the two senior pair, it's Amaya Mangum and Sarah Shropshire.
Right.
So
a couple of nice pairs to have in each class. Cabazzoli gets a kill.
And, you know, that's something to mention in how the Cougars have been able to dominate so far in these last few years, winning back-to-back conference championships. The amount of talent that, you know, Danny Miller, from his experience coaching and all the years he's coached, bringing it in, and those girls able to get a lot of experience early on for the Cougars. You know, they kind of establish themselves coming into late years, junior, senior year, and you're seeing that dominance in this season here and last year as sophomores and juniors.
Montran with another kill. A picture-perfect approach and attack for the junior. Marlowe, along with Compton, will check back in. Cabazzoli and Stevens will get a rest. Compton sends it over. Lopez on the serve receive. Tip from Allen. Now Montran sends it out of bounds. A little off net set there. Couldn't try to do as much she could with it as she can. In checks Danya Schoaf, and she'll go back to serve, the Winston-Salem, North Carolina native. Last round on the serve receive. Compton to Montran, who just has to tip it over. That's Marlowe. Play at the net. Montran is there. In the net, though, are the Cougars. I believe it was McIntosh, maybe? Couldn't see the number on that one. Now just a 7-point lead for Averett. And into the net. Schoaf sends that one. Cougars side out.
Looked like almost like a timing problem right there, as she went to swing a little bit too early and caught beneath that ball right there.
Montran gives a point right back to him as that sails out of bounds. Snow on the serve. McIntosh in the middle. Called in again. Coaches for Salem wanted to disagree, but Brandon Baker pretty decisive there. That'll send Aaron Gray back to serve. 16-8 now. Nice dig by Nelson. And rolled off the net from Lopez and a kill. Taylor Allen, the freshman, back to serve for Salem now. Marlowe swings, sells it out of bounds.
Salem finding themselves slowly inching their way back into this one late in the third set. Kind of the opposite of the last two sets. Playing their best volleyball in the beginning of the set. Now you're seeing it kind of in the later part of the set.
Kill there from Marlowe.
But with that being said, Cougars able to connect with that one.
Stevens on the serve. Cabazzoli rolls it over. Lopez, but can't get it over the net.
Caught that one with the side of the hand. Trying to get it across the court right there as two Averett defenders was jumping up for that one, but
Barnes was there, upset with herself after that one, trying to get a block, but just put it down on her side. Schoaf sends it over. Back set to Barnes, and that one blocked, but does a nice job to keep it alive. Gray just tips over, but tips it out of bounds. Dump from Stevens and finds the hardwood. The freshman, a nice play.
And that was the first dump attempt that she's had all night. Usually she has, you know, a couple by the third set.
An ace from Lasser, who just checked back into the game. 20-12 now in favor of the Cougars. 5 points away from taking this match. Swung and kill. Nikita Sizemore gets the kill, and the Spirit's still alive, fighting here. Capozzoli on the slide, can't keep it in bounds. 2014 now. Gray on the serve receive. Cougar down, that's Lauren Montran. Things got quiet here in the Grant Center.
Real quiet. That's definitely not somebody you want to see if you're the Cougars on the floor, but I think she may have took a wrong fall right there on the court, but she appears to be laughing, and she's back on the court. So
Gray on the serve receive. Barnes in the middle. And dug up by Schoaf. Free ball for the Cougars. Lassiter gets it to Stevens. Stevens, Barnes again. Dug up again. Lopez. Rolled over. Stevens gets it to Gray, who gets it to Capozzoli. Schoaf's there again. This is Snow. Stevens back set to Capozzoli. And kept alive. Well, not for long. 4 points away now are the Cougars. Barnes with a missile. Back set to Sizemore. Lassiter's there. Back set to Capozzoli. Stevens out to Montran. Looks pretty healthy to me there, Chris.
yeah, looks like she is back to normal after that quick little scare.
And that's always the first. You can kind of take a breath, especially if you're Danny Miller right there. She said she wanted to stay in the ball game. Still maybe a little iffy about it. Set her one time, she puts it down. You can breathe. And Barnes is going to follow it up with an ace. Morgan Barnes sends it over. That one right back of the net, and Montran puts it down. But right there is Nelson. Montran a little too much juice on that one, sells it out of bounds. I'll send back Macy Nelson. Stevens to Capozzoli and blocked. was Taylor Allen along with Brooklyn Snow. And 6-point ball game here in set number 3.
Salem definitely not going out of this one without a fight.
Capozzoli blocked but kept alive. Montran. A hand by Lopez keeps it alive. And the nets. Destiny McIntosh. 5-point ball game. All the Cougars need is 2 points. Up is Lassiter. Stevens out to Montran. Dug up by Lopez. Snow. Kill. At what point will Danny Miller contemplate taking a timeout? Team's only 2 points away from taking the match, but the Spirits are fighting. Stevens to Capozzoli, who tips it and gets blocked but falls out of bounds. And luckily, that ball did not touch Capozzoli on the rebound.
That was a quick one right back in their face, able to get out the way. That could have been really bad, especially with the momentum that Salem was building right there.
Mackenzie Compton, the Kingsport, Tennessee native, back to serve. Lopez is there. This is Snow. Blocked. And that one sails out of bounds, and Averett takes set number 3, 25-19. The Cougars now with their 10th win on the year in 3 sets. Salem College Spirits moved to 0-12, 0-6 in the USA South play, still searching for that first win. The Cougars 14-5 now, 6-3 in conference play. They'll play at home again here tomorrow night against Mary Baldwin. And Chris, we're going to have to keep an eye on those standings, man. The East Division, like we talked about earlier, it is clumped up there. Southern Virginia Knights, the William Peace Pacers, Meredith Avenging Angels, and obviously the Cougars of Averett. Always those teams neck and neck, but this year it is close.
It is a foot race, and it's a lot of good volleyball, so definitely try to keep an eye out for the top part of that East Division.
Well, folks, want to say thank you for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Heath Beringer with Chris Richmond signing off. Tune in tomorrow night as your Averett University Cougar volleyball team are back in action.